Gabby are going to go over to farmer's market. Wonder if... I think they sold out of carrots.
We're growing our own carrots.
We are growing our own carrots, but theirs look nice. Let's just go see what they have. It's getting kind of late. You want to pick out a cucumber or two?
No, because they're pickling.
No, the pickling cucumbers are a little different. They're got some scapes. Everything nice and green. It smells good. So, made it back from the farmer's market. Portulaca's doing real nice on the steps. But I didn't do too much yard sale shopping today, even though it was Saturday. I did buy this Princeton yearbook from 1926, but it was just kind of cool, I thought, with some of the different illustrations. We plan today is I'm going to clean up my this is where I've been dropping all my stuff that I've been picking and not knowing what I'm doing with. So I have one huge box of jewelry down there. I just got this oddball lamp. So I'm going to try to sort the jewelry on this table and in this bucket real fast. It is a really pretty day here, and it just makes it pleasant being outside. So I got all the windows down. Wanted to also show you yesterday from that estate sale how nice. I found a little pot to put the cactus in, and it's just kind of like sitting there chilling. Definitely one of the cooler things I found at an estate sale. It's got to be 30-40 years old to be that big. And this was all the jewelry that we got. I'm going to try to list that tomorrow. I think this might be actually a Bakelite bracelet, but I need to put, it's missing two little pearls. Put that in my repair pile. And the crazy elves, I really like those. The neat thing about these is they're made in occupied Japan. So that's to be listed pile for eBay, and I kind of have to go through this box over here for eBay. This is a box I bought probably now about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and it's all costume jewelry I got at the flea market. It's got to be 30-40 pounds of it. But I know I have two customers who've been asking me for I think somebody asked me about this red box. Let's see what the heck it is. No, that's just for cutting holes in wood. But I'm going to go through this real fast. Hopefully there's some decent pins for the market or for listing. I have got that cool one there. I guess I should put all the ones that I'm going to list or try to list tomorrow. I'll put them on here. It takes me about, I don't know, 2-3 hours to sit down and do 25 listings. So it's not that bad. I just always seem to be going that sometimes we have no time to... Let me give that to Ben. Sometimes I have no time to sit down and do it. Yeah, I think he might like that. He likes to paint these bracelets. Looks like there's a ton of necklaces in here. I think I need another box. Let me just go get another box to finish sorting this real fast. So I went and got a good bag to put it all in. Sorry I haven't listed any, these are plastic, but they're kind of nice. Might be good for Gabby to sell. Sorry I haven't listed any big lots of jewelry on my eBay. I just really haven't. Looks like it's a Trifari. Nope, Monet. I always think those look like fireworks. But maybe I'll get a chance to do a couple box lots of jewelry. I know the one guy though at the flea market, he always... I can probably break this box in half and get back the money I had into it. There's a lot of jewelry. Nothing super old yet. It's mostly newer stuff. I see something stone. That's something good for Gabby to sell at the market. She's been doing real well with all the stone eggs and stuff. I think I'm gonna send her to the beach though tomorrow instead of helping her at the flea market. We'll see if she misses shopping for rings. I always have fun taking her. That stretchy bracelet, rhinestone, I think that's sellable. I mean, it's all sellable, but some things are just easier to sell than others. Hear the train. I'm going to take you guys out and show you my garden in a couple minutes. It's definitely taken off. Everything's getting fairly big. So, kind of excited to go see that. I feel like, even though it was nice to not go shopping today, felt like I missed a little bit at the flea market just because it's such a nice day. And on nice days like today, the flea market's definitely hopping. But I hit so many nice estate sales this week that I felt I wasn't too upset with myself for not going. And some angels. I don't know about those, but maybe. I was hoping I'd find one or two really interesting pins. This is kind of cool. Niagara Falls. It's got to be from the 30s or 40s. It's got a real early pin back. And this is an enamel scene. So that's the first early piece of jewelry that I've gotten out of this box. Here's another nice pin. I've always surprised how nice the pins sell on eBay. I did copy somebody else's somebody else's eBay store who and they still have better pin sales than I do, but they get up 200, 225 auctions a week. And since, I guess the whole philosophy on that is, since people are, that's a really interesting earring. Since people are bidding, and like, I guess it's $3.89 is the way we do it for shipping. Combine as many items as you want in like a seven-day period. So if you start bidding on other things, is I guess the whole idea of that, because you don't have to pay for shipping if you get multiple items. Those are nice rhinestone earrings. But I did the same thing with when I taught myself how to do stamps, and I sold a bunch of stamps when we had the Great Recession in like 2008 through 2010. Antiques and everything basically took a dump, and it was hard making money, but I did very, very well with stamps. And I just copied somebody else's site who had, try to find somebody who has like 90% sales, 80% sales. I can fix this. This isn't that hard of a fix. The prongs aren't broke. It's a really nice pin. And that's early too. But my old eBay for that was album pickers, because I used to pick all the stamps out of albums. But I was like right after I left New York City for when I was doing, that's a funny one, right when I left New York City, where I had my little antique store on House and Bowery. It was an outdoor store. It was called Billy's Props and Antiques. I did half of that. What's up, kid?
I'm gonna go on another mile bike ride.
That's a really good idea. I just found a cool Trafari bow. It's all enamel. So it's between the Trafari bow and the rabbit for the two best pins that I found out of this box so far. If this had the rhinestone, though, that would definitely beat both.
I'm gonna try and leaf it back to life because it's just warm.
Okay.
It's not like
This is,
making anything. I mean,
it's signed. It's a big peacock feather. I can't believe how much stuff is actually in this box. I probably have there's got to be 20 pounds in this bag already. I mean, I know it was heavy because it was heavy bringing it over to the car when I got it. Here's another nice pin. Gab, look at this one. It's got a bunch of roses in a wreath.
that's cute.
That's kind of fun, isn't it?
I'm gonna go ride my bike.
Alright, enjoy your bike ride. Watch. Wow. You know, these big necklaces, I used to just, when I sold on, also I sold on 25th Street, between 7th and 8th Ave in New York. I used to sell jewelry there, and necklaces used to just kill, especially big ones. I used to be able to, I could probably sell that at the flea market. That took a lot of time to do all that beading. But there's another one of those. Both those are kind of cool. We haven't been haven't been doing necklaces online just because I actually don't know. It's not something. It'd take more time to set up, do photos, and everything else, I feel. Pins are easy to ship. It's kind of one reason. Like when I was choosing the things that I wanted to sell online, like when I found the stamps and saw how well they sold, these are postage stamps. It's a fairly easy ship and to pack them, and kind of works the same way with the pins. That, and every once in a while I'll find some gold. It's always a bonus. I did learn gold because when I was working selling jewelry and necklaces on 25th Street, I was buying large boxes of jewelry like this, and I used to have to go through them just to pull out the better stuff. 2 vintage happy birthday pins, so kind of fun. Used to buy a box or 2 of jewelry just like this every week for about $200, and I would go through it and pull out the things that were better. And I used to find gold, and that's actually not a terrible watch band. It's probably like a Wittenhauer or something. Go see if anybody wants that. But after like handling so much jewelry, I started to be able to spot it with very, very easy. Like, it has a different color than plated gold, but also the way it's made. And when you buy bins like this, you do find a lot of white gold because people are looking for the yellow gold. So always seem to get some platinum, some silver, some white gold is probably the most common thing that I get off of other dealers. But I'm probably, the last month I haven't found too much gold, as much as I normally do. It has a nice shine to it. So I was able to get that out. It's a nice, really, all these long chains people will hang keys on and stuff like that. They always seem to sell for me. It's looking like I have one lot to sell in the bag, and there's going to be another lot in this bin. The only sad thing is I'm not finding a ton of. There's a cute pin. A ton of pins. I'm finding a few, but not. Not enough to pay for the bin yet, I don't think. Always like these bands for putting in my gold recovery. They're real close. See how it has the gold mesh all the way through? They're real close to a gold filled band. So I'll save that. That was first piece of gold recovery. I did really, really well. I had hundreds of pounds of this at one time when I cleaned out the one watch factory about 4 or 5 years ago. It was before I did eBay, and definitely doubled our money on vintage watch bands. Is that a pin? It is. It's kind of big and shiny. Also could be a pendant. So just because I was complaining, I found 2 or 3 new pins there. When we did drive around for the yard sales today, there wasn't hardly anything in our on our route, so I didn't film as much as I normally do. A little fox pin. That's cute. I think that's, I'm gonna count how many I have right now to put up. I got the Santa Claus one, a big one, 2, Trifari, the rabbit. So let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the butterfly, 10, 11, 12 with that, so I have to fix that. That's not bad. Here's another little rose pin, so 13. It's kind of a interesting copper bracelet. That one's huge. It's like a woven ball of twine or something, but it's a nice pin. Very, very big. Seems the bigger the pin, the better they do right now. But I guess it's always been that way. The big statement pieces are way easier to sell than the smaller stuff, especially at the flea market. Looks like 2 more pins, so 15. This one's signed. I see a butterfly too. That's cool. 16. I guess they were all on this side. Pair of cats. 17. A lot of times when I used to buy the old bins of jewelry, like there used to be a little bit of everything in them, from that's a cute one too, from antique toys to old buttons. I haven't found as many Victorian buttons as I used to find. That used to be something pretty common at the flea market. I think they're getting harder and harder to find the big it's a big crown pendant, I guess. So I don't know, that would be something nice to find at the flea market, a good lot of Victorian buttons when I go shop tomorrow. Believe it or not, I used to make decent money on these. This is a glow-in-the-dark rosary. I think for a long time, used to be able to sell any type of religious rosary to the Japanese. It was, I don't know, it must have been a fad in Japan or something. But let's see how the glow-in-the-dark one does. Is that stone or? It's got a little crack right here. I'm just going to leave it in that other bag. Did you have fun on your bike ride?
What?
Did you have fun on your bike ride? We're going to go to the pool soon, okay?
Alrighty.
We belong to
A pool in the house.
yeah, we just opened up and it's almost warm enough today to go for the first time. Oh, you think it's warm enough today?
Yeah.
So that's the plan for this afternoon with the kids. They have little barbecue pits and stuff there too. I'll take you over one day this summer. Vintage Corot pin. That's a nice one. I used to always be able to sell Corot really, really well. But I think that it's almost as fun as the cat eating the fish with the waiter. Alright, I think I'm about done with this bin. I'm going to go take you guys over, show you that garden real fast. We made, with the rosemary we bought also, we made pots for the flea market. That one's got to grow a little bit, but we're going to take this one tomorrow and see how it does when we set up at the market. So the garden's looking pretty good. We got the cages for the tomatoes to keep them from breaking. And the carrots now are probably I got to be about 5 inches tall. So in probably the next week and a half, 2 weeks, be able to pull all the little carrots to thin them a little bit for the kids to eat. These are the cherry tomatoes. They're looking really cool. I used a vintage bed frame for a crib, or maybe it's the side rails for a vintage crib, to weave up the cucumbers, and I think it's going to definitely go over the top. But they said it wasn't when I bought them, I made sure I got the non-vining kind, but I know all cucumbers get about, even the bush cucumbers get about 4 foot, 5 foot tall. The zucchini definitely not going to fit in this little spot. I'm going to have to probably wean 1 or 2 of those out. Yeah, Dar, how you doing? You got your little buddy?
Yeah.
These were the beefsteak tomatoes. They're doing pretty good, and the Swiss chard's not bad either. This is Darwin's little lizard. What's his name?
Striker.
What is he?
He's a leopard gecko.
He's a leopard gecko? Man, look at him. He's super fast in the garden. What we did here, we got the Wrecker's tomato, and that one grows like 5-6 foot tall. And I'm trying to...
Taller than me!
It definitely grows taller than you. We're going to train it up through the ladder. So I put on the first string to keep him from falling over. And it definitely looks like it might work. I'm gonna pull it in and out. So, and the radishes here, look, here's one starting to ball up, looking like a... Hey Dar, you want to see what a radish getting ready? Come here, look at this. This might be the first one to be ready. See it?
Oh, yeah.
See how it's starting to get a little bit of...
Yeah.
All right, well, be good with your lizard and don't lose him, okay? I know he's not fast. Leopard geckos are good for kids. All right, I guess that's it on this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll catch you next time. It's going to get hot this week, so it'll be interesting what happens with the sweet peas. They have been growing like crazy. I think I have to find something to train them up so they don't grow into the tomatoes. Probably want to be vertical. So, all right, that's the garden, and thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have a good day. See everybody later. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and thanks for all the nice comments. Peace.